Hello gamers and welcome back to the RegentsPlays YouTube channel. Today talking about the latest news revolving around Battlefield 2025. Now the name of the game is unannounced as of yet, but there was a report on Twitter yesterday from Insider Gaming with the latest news of the upcoming Battlefield title and some interesting, hopeful, and potentially damaging news to us core Battlefield fans. Let me know your hopes for the new Battlefield title, if you're excited, worried, anxious, or all of the above, and what one thing you would want to be featured or returned into the new game to make it amazing again. Ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be some gameplay of Battlefield in the background from all different Battlefield games as we talk about the new game. Leave a thumbs up on the video if you do enjoy and you are excited, and let's dive right in. So after the heartbreak and distrust formed between EA and the fans after the miserable launch from Battlefield 2042, which was filled with bugs and awful decisions which the core fan base did not get on board with, it makes it super difficult to then get hyped and trust back for a brand new game after all of these years, ladies and gentlemen. The next Battlefield title is set to be released in October of 2025, meaning we still have like 18, 19, 20 months of Battlefield 2042 being our most up-to-date Battlefield title, which to a lot of people is very daunting. We know Season 7 is right around the corner now, but even still, that leaves over a year of new content that has to come into Battlefield 2042 before we get our hands on a brand new title. Now, Battlefield 2042 is much better now than it was when it first launched. No doubt, they've done well to get it to a playable mode and a playable state, but with core features like server browsers still missing in 2024, it remains a distant relic to the glory days of Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4. Even though they had bad starts, I mean, they are still two of my favorite FPS games of all time. This could be rectified with the upcoming title based on the news we now know. Insider Gaming has learned that the next Battlefield title is taking somewhat of a, open quote, back to its roots approach, close quotes, with the likes of 64-player matches, the return of its 4-class system, and an overhaul to its destruction systems. As for the game's setting itself, it will be set in the modern day, somewhere around 2025 to 2030, with a strong story-driven emphasis on modern technology used in war. Now, this should be taken with a lot of precaution, as Battlefield 2042 was dubbed for the fans, ladies and gentlemen. They also said it's going to be going back to basics, so it takes me to my earlier point of a lot of trust has been lost with the fan base after the launch of 2024. This was supposed to be a love letter to the fans, ladies and gentlemen. And look what we got. I even put this on the Battlefield subreddit and was met with hundreds of comments from Battlefield fans basically saying, do not pre-order this game. Do not let them fool you again. Do not let history repeat itself once more with this new game. Hold off on the pre-orders. Wait for trailers and screenshots and more news and reviews before buying this game. And this is a result of releasing a game with so many promises that you just do not meet, taking literally years to make the game even somewhat playable. Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4, like I said, are two of my favorite FPS games of all time. Me personally, I know a lot of people prefer different eras of video games. I'm personally done with, past World War I, World War II. I think they're overdone. I think we've done World War, we have Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 1. I don't want to revisit old settings and old wars. It just doesn't intrigue me personally. But then equally, I'm not a fan of the futuristic games. Advanced Warfare and 2042, even though it's not future, it's in the near future, for me, it's still just, there's like robot dogs and flying cars and laser guns. It just, for me, I would love a grounded Battlefield 3 reskin. I know we're, now are modern, like a lot of people on the subreddit said. When you say modern day now, it's not 2010 anymore. I understand that we're not in the, Battlefield 3 modern day anymore, which does make sense. But Battlefield 3 was so basic, with still so much involved. You just had red dot sights, foregrips, a light maybe, and that was all your attachments. Now there's flashy skins and over-the-top guns and outfits that your character wears and all stuff like that. That just doesn't intrigue to me personally. Now, that is just me personally. A lot of people might like all the skins and stuff like that. And again, all the microtransactions and season passes, that's how they make their most money anyway. So I think there's going to be a lot of that still. But I would just love a reskin of Battlefield 3. The basic guns, real guns back in the game as well. Big maps. A lot of destruction. Now, they spoke about destruction system. I'm hoping they go back to basics. Because Battlefield 2042 That was the reason 128 player servers did not work. They didn't work because the maps were so bland, so boring, so open, with nothing in between, no destruction, no immersion in the maps. And I think the maps was the main reason 128 player servers died out in Battlefield 2042. A lot of people don't like them because the maps just were not made for 128 players. I love 128 players. I think the more players in Battlefield, the better. But the maps need to be able to support them. Another big talking point that got the attention of a lot of fans is the announcement that we transported back to 2017. Ladies and gentlemen, as Ripple Effect, the studio that is working on a new experience for the Battlefield franchise, is working on a new Battle Royale title that's currently aimed to be free to play and follow a similar strategy to the highly successful Call of Duty Warzone that will see the free to play experience tie in with its premium release. The game is said to be the brainchild of Byron Bede, who had previously leading live service for Call of Duty. Currently, the game has 2 different game modes, including the classic Battle Royale experience and a new mode called Gauntlet, which will see teams of players compete in objective-based modes, with the lowest scoring team being kicked out after each mission. Now, I say we've transported back to 2017 because I truly feel like Battle Royales, I don't think Battle Royales will ever fully die out, but we're so past the point of Battle Royales being new and being exciting. You know, I mean, when PUBG first came out and then Fortnite, Warzone, of course, was highly successful. Warzone 2 and Warzone 3 has been nowhere near as successful as Warzone 1 was. But even still, I feel like Battlefield missed the boat with Battle Royales. I always said, when Battle Royales were massive back then, Battlefield would have been the best Battle Royale, ladies and gentlemen. If they'd done it right, Battlefield could have had the best Battle Royale of all of them. Firestorm, Operation Firestorm, the fire around the entire map, the whole premise of it was amazing. But you had to pay for it, first of all, which back then, whenever other Battle Royale was free to play, that was outrageous. And also, just some of the mechanics just did not work. You have to have the right map and the right feel of it. And I feel like with Battlefield, you know, Battlefield was known for being the game that allows you to drive vehicles and has these massive maps with 100+ players. They could have been the Battle Royale kings. And instead, they absolutely dropped the ball. They had 2 disastrous attempts at Battle Royale modes in former Battlefield titles. So them making it free to play is the right move. But again, is it too late, ladies and gentlemen? If done correctly, maybe this could be the thing that brings new faces to the Battlefield franchise and resurrects the player count for the Battlefield games once again, so they can compete once more with the likes of Call of Duty, going head-to-head as the best FPS game of the year and stuff like that. But it's a big ask. Again, they have 2 former Battle Royale modes in Battlefield games, which just did not hit anywhere near the mark that they should have. Overall, a lot of promises and a lot of new stuff, which leaves a lot of fans unsure and wary as to if they should believe it or not. I'm sure more info will come soon, hopefully some trailers and screenshots in the near future, as waiting till October 2025 for a new Battlefield game really hurts, ladies and gentlemen. There's only so much Battlefield 3, 4, and 5 I can play without wanting a brand new, fully fledged game, because that's what I'm playing right now. Battlefield 3, 4, and 5. Battlefield 2042, I tried to play it and I can't play more than 1 round. It's not gripping me. We need a new Battlefield title, and this could be the one, hopefully, that gets us back on the map. Because I've been a Battlefield fan since Battlefield Bad Company, ladies and gentlemen. And all I used to be the only person in my whole school that used to say Battlefield is better than Call of Duty. I want it to be true once again, ladies and gentlemen, in 2025. I have my fingers crossed that they will do us right this time, but we said that for 2042. We got 2042. Let me know in the comments down below what you think can resurrect the Battlefield franchise in the new game, what you're most excited for, and please do leave a thumbs up on this video. Ladies and gentlemen, much as always, take care and happy gaming.